everyone, Stormy Sensei here. Tonight we're going to be playing through some more Bravely Default 2. Starting a little later than I would like, but what can you do? Hopefully everyone's having a good evening. Hey there, Chomper. Hey there, Pink Kong. Last night we finished another boss. We actually did it in one turn, or one attempt. No deaths. And then we also discovered that we missed a couple of side quests along the way. So at the beginning of this stream, we're going to do a little bit of side questing before we do another boss here. Hey there, Schneidog. Welcome back to another stream. We're getting a lot of like small items from this. Stormy would be the ideal person to treasure hunt with. Well, it depends, because I spend a lot of time looking for stuff that might not actually be there. So maybe, you know, if you want to be thorough and like, you know, you miss things often, then sure, bring me along. But if you usually got it, you know, maybe bring someone else that won't waste as much time.
In addition to working on my research, I'm also teaching the basics of magic to a couple of young hopefuls. I'm trying to be patient, and I appreciate that everyone develops at their own pace. But I must say, one of them, in particular, has been a disaster so far. On the first day, he set his hair on fire.
That'd
On
be
the
in
second
magic
day,
school.
he set his clothes on fire. Heaven knows what'll be going up in smoke next. And as if that wasn't bad enough, when he came in on the third day, he tried to laugh it all off and told me not to sweat the
That's
details.
totally
whatever
Elvis's
that's supposed to mean.
catchphrase.
Still, I suppose blind optimism is a virtue of sorts.
Elvis? Is she talking about... Let's not sweat the details, eh?
I've been popping off with King DDD. Awesome.
I found a strange old book, and I'm struggling to make any sense of it. It seems to be written in a language I've never seen before. I'd almost given up on being able to decipher any of it, but then suddenly, some of it started making sense. Seems it was reacting to my asterisk, but I've not managed to work out much beyond that yet. It's driving me potty. There must be some way of reading the rest, though. And I'll not stop until I found it. Something tells me it's important. That he'd want me to.
He'd want me to. Who is he?
So Lady Emma had noticed the connection between the book and the asterisks, eh?
Do you know who she was talking about at the end? The he she mentioned?
No idea, sorry. Someone from our past, maybe? She wasn't exactly one for sharing.
Wonder if it's something from Bravely Default 1. Oh, is that what happened? You know, I've actually noticed that I'm subscribed to Retro Saiyan, and I like sometimes pop by their streams, but like I don't remember when or where I would have subbed to them from. But it's cool to know that they rated me at some point in time. They probably said, hey, we were playing Smash, and then I checked their channel out and saw that they did 1v1 Smash viewer battles.
My apprentice continues to be just about the sloppiest magician I've ever had the misfortune to teach. But oddly, he's also the one I've the most faith will come good in the end. His progress has been painfully slow, but he's determined not to give up. He's got grit, I'll give him that. And curiosity too. These two qualities alone will take him far. But most of all, he's compassionate, I suppose you'd say. He just seems to know when people need help. He's even snapped me out of one or two of my black moods. Aye, you're not all bad, Elvis.
Lady Emma.
Flashback. So we had a storyline where we saw a little bit more about Sir Sloane's past, and here's some about Lady Emma's
I can't
past.
make head nor tail of it. What if there's nothing to understand? What if it's just meaningless gibberish? I have to test my theory. I have to get my hands on another asterisk.
Lady Emma, I brought the package you asked for.
Thanks, Elvis. You can leave it over there.
Still getting nowhere, eh?
Hmm?
Oh, you've been frowning at whatever that is for days now. Maybe you should take a wee break or something. A spot of fresh air can work wonders, you know. Not that that face you're making isn't charming, of course, but you wouldn't want to get stuck looking that way, eh? Is it something I can help with, maybe?
You're very kind, but I doubt it.
Fair enough. Will you at least let me make you a nice cup of tea, then?
Aye. That'd be lovely. Thank you.
Alrighty
I
then.
so want them to
I'll be
remake
with you in a
Bravely Default
jiffy.
1 and put it on
You'll
the
crack
Switch.
it sooner or later, Lady Emma. I know you will.
Yeah. Ugh, Elvis. What would I do without you, eh?
Well, well. And there I was, thinking I never gave her much of any use.
I guess that's how it is with students and teachers, right?
Aye, I suppose it is.
Wait, we didn't even solve anything though. Allow a girl her mystery. That's one of Adele's quotes. Well, actually, no, that is also something that Adele has said before, but we now know that was because she was hiding the fact that she was a fairy from the rest of the party members. But I guess now it's going to be about Lady Emma. So, Lady Emma fought alongside Sir Sloane once upon a time. Aye, 50 years back, to be precise. Sir Sloane did mention that they were around the same age. Ha, then he told you more than she ever told us. We had literally no idea how old she was, and it was impossible to tell. What do you mean? Well, some days she looked 30-ish, other days 20-ish. Some days she'd even look younger than me. How's that possible? Was she using magic or something? Could be, wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if she was around Sir Sloane's age, that would have made her at least... What does it even matter how old she was? If she managed to keep her youthful good looks somehow, the more power to her. I suppose you're right. Some mysteries are better left unsolved, eh? Yep, it was definitely Adele to say, like, you know, let her keep her secrets. My bot's awesome. I could give you some pointers on how to set one up for yourself. Because I had to get help from Pika the musician, who got help from Lightning Farron. So I don't mind passing along the information. I mean, in the end, that's what community is all about, right? No one has to reinvent the wheel. Think I main Captain Falcon? I'm glad that you came to a decision. You've been talking about it for a while, like not being sure whether you should. Is that another side quest? What? How do we get another side quest? I guess as we keep on completing side quests, more keep popping up.
Smell that.
Smell what?
You're joking, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I've not come across that sweet, sweet aroma for a good old while. Excuse me, pal. You've got some Mandarin tea in, aye?
You've a keen nose on you, eh? A connoisseur, are we?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I know my Mandarin tea at least. Used to drink buckets of the stuff.
That would explain it then. Aye, it's a flavour that's hard to forget, that's for sure. I'd offer you some.
Personally, I'm a
but
fan
just
of Orange
this minute
Pico.
Sold out, I'm afraid.
What? Ah, you're kidding me. Talk about getting a fellow's hopes up. So, what I can smell is my chances of having a cup wafting out of the door. Oh, well, that's just perfect.
Sorry, I really am. Tell you what, if I ever get some more in, I'll set you a bag aside. How about that?
That's nice of you and all, but I'm a traveling man. I'll probably be long gone by then. Ah, typical. It's all I can think of now. But honestly, you've got to try it. There's a reason they call it the tea lover's tea of teas.
Wow.
That's quite a title.
So special that after I introduced it to my family, they started having it made by special appointment, no less.
Wait, I thought I recognized you. You're a Leslie, eh? No wonder you know.
Oh, that's
your
his last
tea.
name? Elvis Leslie?
Your lot used to be my best customers.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe you can have a dig around in the stockroom and see what you can find for old time's sake.
I'd love to help you, laddie. But I really have run out. And the only way to get more is to hunt down a lairad or two. The problem with that being that you don't see so many of them round our way these days. To be honest, it was a bit of a miracle that I managed to get my hands on that last batch.
Yeah, what a pickle, eh? Well, looks like there's only one thing for it.
You're planning on hunting some of these things down yourself?
Of course I am. Who else are we supposed to get our hands on these tea leaves?
Wait, we?
Aye! Or were you planning on making me do it on my own? Look, you'll thank me when you've tried this tea, I promise you. It's going to blow your tiny little mind.
Mind you,
Or
we
my
are on a
name's not
quest to
Elvis
save the
Baron of
world
Beverages.
from absolute destruction,
And I'll pay you a pretty
but I
penny
will
for
make
any
time
you can't use as well.
to get some tea
You've
leaves.
got yourself a deal, my friend. Alrighty, a hunting we will go.
5-star quest? Okay, this would be pretty easy. So I think that this one is Roddy's quest here. Speak to the townspeople.
This blue stuff's an absolute nightmare. I cannot get rid of the stains, no matter how hard I scrub. If that wasn't bad enough, now I've gone and snapped the handle off my brush. I'll never get the place cleaned up at this rate. Whew. I'm in a right old pickle, no mistake.
What? Of course. I wouldn't die. 3,000? That's literally nothing.
Excuse me, would this be enough for a new brush?
Oh, jinx, that's very kind of you, laddie. Aye, this should be more than enough.
Does Roddy not usually give you tools and that kind of thing?
Roddy? Oh, I always make sure I've got everything I need. The boy's a marvel. Just hate to bother him, you know. Had a hard enough job convincing him to let me take over the cleaning in the first place. This is no job for a man of his talents. He's got far more important things to be getting on with. Like leading his people, for one.
You're not wrong about that.
I just wish he'd lean on us all a bit more, you know? We're here for him. He needs to understand that.
Well, it's certainly looking a whole lot better round here, eh?
Ah, all right there, Roddy. We were just talking about you.
Oh, aye. Cursing my name for working you so hard, I expect. Well, not to worry, I'm here now. You go home and rest.
Oh, no you don't. Back to bed with you, now.
I think I'm going to momentarily adjust the volume levels.
Bravely default 2. Bravely default 2.
Because I wasn't really able to hear the voice acting very clearly during that last cutscene. It's usually fine, but I think that Wiswald's music is just a bit louder than usual.
If I can't get this blasted branch out of the way once and for all, we'll never get this place rebuilt. I've sat down and used every trick Roddy ever taught me to put together a plan. I've got all the tools ready and everything. All I need to do is get things underway. The only problem is, it's way too big a job for one person. I need help.
Do I even have enough money for this quest?
Here. Maybe this will convince a few people your job is a priority.
Really? You're just giving it to me? Wow, thanks. I'll be able to put a crack squad together with this little lot, no doubt about it. I might even be able to get them to help with a couple more things I've got in mind. Thanks again, pal. You're a lifesaver.
Oh, don't mention it. Before I go, though, can I ask you something? Haven't you told Roddy that you need help?
I haven't, actually. Suppose I wanted to show him I could get the job done myself, you know? After all, he's taught me so much. Only seems right to make myself useful in return.
Wow. Roddy's quite the inspiration.
All right there, big man. How are you getting on with that tree?
Oh, aye, all good, Gaffer. Everything's under control.
That's what I like to hear. Give us a shout if I can help you with anything, eh? And remember, don't overdo it. There's nothing to be gained from pushing
Okay,
yourself
look
too
who's
hard.
talking, Roddy.
Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Come on, you. Back to bed.
Alright, just to make sure that we have enough money for this, we're going to sell some treasures. Collectible resource. I've never actually used these for anything. I'm not sure if they actually do anything. Wait, we have what, 106,000? And that last one was 10,000? We should be fine. Just in case though, I'll sell all but one of everything. Alright, that gives us a little more wiggle room. In theory, I would also sell like all the pieces of equipment that I don't use as well, but it's fine. Oh, what do you have to say, actually? Not much. Got it.
So, Lily, I've been thinking. Oh, ignore me, love. I was just wittering away to myself.
Do you mind if I ask what it was about?
I suppose it can't hurt. See, I want to ask Lily if I can help look after the bairns the Institute took in. I thought it might make her life a wee bit easier, you know.
That sounds like a great idea. I bet Lily will be glad of the help.
You really think so? I was getting all nervous, wondering if I'd only get in the way. But we can't just carry on relying on her for everything, can we? Alright, if you think she'd be keen, I'll go and ask her. Would you mind if I... No, Lily, I couldn't help noticing.
Sure. I mean, how's the game going to say, would you like to give money to help these orphan children? And you say no.
Here. Maybe this will help break the ice with Lily. You can use it to buy a few things for the kids at the Institute.
Oh, that's very generous of you, but I really can't accept it.
Why not? It's all for the future of Wiswald.
I suppose you're right. Alright, maybe I will take it. Thanks so much.
Roddy and Lily are lucky to have so many people working hard to help them get Wiswald back on its feet.
Oh no, we're the lucky ones. Roddy's the best leader a country could hope for. I do worry about him though. Sometimes I think he tries to do too...
Oh, hello there. While I've got you, let me thank you for putting up with everything I've been asking you to do.
Thank me, but I haven't...
Come on now, what are you getting so flustered for? Anyone would think you...
Oh, Roddy! Rosie's working too hard. That's the truth of the matter. Rebuilding this place isn't just down to him. We've all got to do our bit. And besides, he's got all his other duties. There's a country to run after all.
You're right. He has more than just rebuilding the city to worry about. Things must be pretty difficult for him right now. Maybe I should go and see if there's anything I can do to help. I'll go talk to Lily about helping out.
I'm watching Fatality, lots of Falcon gameplay and tournaments. I'm doing Elite Smash Falcon, and I like Nair to single hit Nair to knee. So I'm a Falcon main. I mean, that's all it takes. When towards the end of Smash 4, I was like, I picked up Falco just because I really liked fair drag downs for like cheesy kills. And like, I actually wanted Falco ended up being one of the few characters in Smash 4 that I actually brought out into tournaments. You can actually see my set in my Me at Tournaments playlist on my channel. I didn't win the set at all, but you know, I still actually tried the character for once, which tells you about how comfortable I felt with that particular character.
Well, how did it go?
Yeah, everybody's working hard. Feels like things will be back to normal before long. They all have a lot of faith in Roddy, and a lot of respect. But they are also kind of worried. They think he's doing too much.
Sorry you had to pick up my slack there for a wee bit. Still, if nothing else, I saw enough to tell me that this is no time to be loafing around at home.
You got complete opposite
One
message
more
here.
push, then maybe we can breathe easy at last.
Please, Roddy, you have to rest.
I can't, Hen. Not now. What kind of message would it send if people saw their leader slacking off, eh?
But Roddy, if you keep going like this, you'll end up doing it again.
Eh?
Have you forgotten our wedding, you great oaf? You fretting about all the preparations, staying up all night, worrying yourself sick. And then finally, on the night before the big day, keeling over with the strain of it all.
I just wanted it to be perfect.
Exactly. You piled impossible expectations on yourself until they crushed you. And now you're doing it again. Look, Everyone thinks it's amazing how responsible you feel for making sure Wiswald gets back on its feet. But you don't have to do it all yourself.
Lily's right.
Aye, that she is, Gaffer. Don't be afraid to lean on us. We can take it.
Of course we can. And besides, you've got all your other responsibilities to be thinking of.
But I've not been thinking straight, have I? Well, thank heaven someone has. All right, I'll take a wee break. It's for the good of Wiswald in the long run, eh? And for our good too.
I don't know how to thank you. I thought I'd never get him to see sense.
Oh, don't mention it. By the way, you said that Roddy collapsed the day before your wedding? What happened after that?
We had to postpone the whole thing, of course. We couldn't let the food go to waste, so we invited everyone round for an impromptu party anyway. The silly old fool ended up paying for 2 weddings. Honestly, if that doesn't teach a man not to overstretch himself, I don't know what
That's so
will.
funny. I guess that's why it was a 4-star quest, because of all the money it costs. Roddy never rests. I should have known Roddy'd be overdoing it again. He never was able to take things easy. Not something you had any problem with, I'm sure. Well, Lady Emma did always say that Roddy and I complemented each other perfectly. Far better to play to one another's strengths than to attempt to change one's nature, I suppose. Ah, exactly. I could never be like Roddy, and he could never be like me. And that's what makes us such a good team, which isn't to say that people can't change. Roddy himself has calmed down a bit compared to how he used to be. Really? He used to be worse than this? Oh, aye. He got himself tied up in a tricky research problem. He'd often not sleep or eat for days. I got quite worried about him at one point and took my concerns to Lady Emma. She saw what was happening straight away and gave him new assignments to spend a whole week at home not even thinking about work. What an assignment. There was no other way to make him take a break? Wow. None of us really believed he'd do it, though Lily especially. She had to keep a close eye on him to make sure he wasn't secretly reading books under his bed covers. I don't think he made it very easy for a poor girl. I can only imagine how she must have felt. Yeah, well, pushing yourself too hard doesn't do anybody any good. Let's remember that and make sure to rest up when we have the chance. Falco was bad in Smash 4 because of Dare? Falco, I think, was bad in Smash 4 because Falco lost really hard to Bayonetta and Cloud and Pikachu and Fox. And, like, if you lose against all the top tiers, it's impossible for you to be a good character. Because if you go to a tournament, like, the whole concept of a tier list is, like, let's pretend hypothetically, right, that Falco was able to beat, like, you know, how many characters were there in Smash 4? Let's say there were 50 characters in Smash 4. I actually don't remember how many there were. But let's say that Falco beat, like, you know, 40 of those characters. But the top 10 characters, he lost to. Now, if you're in a tournament and you have to fight against, like, so many Nesses, so many Luigis, so many Pikachu, so many Bayo, so many Clouds, in order to get to to win the tournament, chances are you're probably going to not even make out of pools because, you know, you're going to fight all those top tiers at a tournament. That's just how things go. So tier lists usually are supposed to be based off of weighted strength. So, like, basically, if you have a character that's really, really good but is very difficult to use, like, let's say, like, Ice Climbers or Peach, then if you lose to those characters, it probably doesn't matter as much. Like, you know, just yeah, you lose to those characters, but they're pretty rare because they're so difficult. But if you lose to a character that's like good and popular and also strong, like Joker or something like that, then that's really bad, and that's going to hurt your tournament viability. And I think that's kind of where a lot of people stumble when it comes to talking about tier lists. Not even talking about tier lists. When people consume tier lists, generally that's like an issue that people have, because tier lists are based off of how likely you are to win a tournament if you use that character. What am I supposed to be doing? Collect mana and teas from defeating these types of enemies. Okay. So, like, you know, people will say to themselves, like, wait, this character, or this enemy, or this character can't be bad because they're good against so many characters. They have these and this and that really good tools. Like, you know, they can't be bad. But it's all down to tournament results, not anything else, really. Still have no idea what these portals are for. Probably has something to do with the Knight's Nexus.
We have the upper hand.
None of these are the enemies I'm supposed to be looking for. I have no idea what enemy I'm actually supposed to be looking for.
Now you've made me mad. Okay, all set. This should do it. Too easy. Onwards and upwards. One must never stop learning.
That's probably the enemy I'm supposed to be fighting.
We'll not even break a sweat with this one.
Yep, that's what it is. Alright.
Going all in. Here it comes. Right, let's see. Another bites the dust. Ready more where that came from. More. Bring it on.
Allow me. My fight knows no bounds. Your tail ends another foe that we must not break. Your tail ends here. Time to get serious.
I suppose our wee adventure's nearly at an end, eh?
Alright. Oh, we got the Mandarin tea. Nice. That's one of them. We have to get 3 of them, though. Alright, so now we know that that's the type of enemy that we need to kill. I think that we will use the, we're gonna use the plant monster food
There's no way we're losing this one.
Let me at 'em.
in order to speed up the process.
It's time to get serious. Huh, hardly worth the
This is interesting.
Falco's, you know, better, but also worse. Like, I actually liked Falco enough in order to play Falco in Smash 4, but I don't really like the way that Falco plays in Ultimate. Because, like, it's so difficult to do anything out of shield with him. Is it the pink one?
Let me at 'em.
Now you've made me mad. Check this out.
There's more?
This was so much overkill. We did not need to do this many.
Get it!
To arms. Let me help you.
Let me at 'em.
That's a good question.
Come on. Cheers. I owe you one.
Your tale ends here.
Oh, what's next, I wonder?
It's time to get serious.
I think Luigi's Mansion came out in 2003, I want to say.
Not here yet.
Come and get it!
To arms.
That's a hug.
Which means it would have come out after Melee.
Let me at 'em. Come on.
This was kind of overkill. I know that I wanted to fight like 3 of them, but I'm accidentally like fighting a million of them.
Right in the
Time
soft
to get
bits.
serious. This should do it. We've got to stay focused till the end.
Oh man, I wasted all that JP.
New powers, huh?
Elvis should have been on a different job
New
class.
powers flow within me.
That's really unfortunate, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and re-equip Elvis here. Spirit Master with White Mage secondary. Doesn't really need fast hands anymore. You can actually do better than ever. That's kind of a good one. That's probably all going to be fine enough here.
Damn. They blindsided us. There's more? Come and get it!
We must remain calm.
I can't believe that people actually like look up things like JP
More
farming
yet to come.
for this game.
Come and get it! That was a
Hey,
piece
this
of
is
cake.
so
This
easy.
is interesting. Hey! You tricks, eh? Woo! I like what I'm seeing here.
Game even gives you a tutorial on how to do it really early on. Alright, so we still need to fight one more of those. And actually it doesn't... So I thought that I had to kill 3 of them, but it turns out that I'm supposed to get 3 drops. So apparently having enemy lures
Look lively, lads and lasses.
makes the enemies really, really fast.
There's more of them.
Let me at 'em.
Like I couldn't outrun that
Did you see
enemy.
that? I'm
I
amazing.
wonder what's next for me.
That's the last one that we need.
peasy.
Come and get it!
Let me see. Be healed.
Right, let's see. Need a wee hand there.
Now you've made me mad. Ha! This should do it. Stay focused, everyone.
Let me at him. Come on. Oh, thanks for bailing me
It's time
out.
to get serious. Yeah!
There's more? Come and get it! Ow! Want to see what I can really do? Rah!
Very well. Another foe vanquished.
Always enough, guys!
Now you've made me mad. Ha! This should do it.
Are you watching, Sir Sloane?
Woo! I like what I'm seeing here. Onwards and upwards.
Another step in the right direction.
Alright, we completed that quest as well. Both came out in 2001. Melee came out in November, Luigi's Mansion came out in September.
Woo-wee! Look at this great pile of leaves we've gathered.
Nobody's gonna be running short of your favorite tea now, huh?
Aye, and I couldn't have done it without you. I owe you big time for this one, old pal. Now, prepare yourself for a cuppa that'll change your life. Let's go and offload the surplus first, eh? Business before pleasure.
Interesting. I also didn't think about this before, but you know, normally when enemies are too weak for you, they run away. But if you actually have an enemy lure, then they actually still run towards you. Kind of seems like a waste to enter town while my lure is still active. Let me see if I can find like a few more enemies. Plant-based, of course.
This'll be a piece of cake. Come and get it!
Let me see. Be healed. It's time to get serious. Yeah! We must remain calm.
Let me at him! Come on!
Now you've made me mad. Sorry, don't take it personally.
Always enough, guys! Come and get it! Here it comes! Time to play my trump cards. Shine!
Oh, it absorbs light. Whoops. I never knew that. That's like not a thing that I normally would have figured out.
Allow me. Your tale ends here. Our quest must go on.
Alright, is it out yet? Is it based on enough number of battles, or is it based off of time? Alright, it's out now, so it's based on time. I'm actually thinking about making a second save file for Bravely Default 2 after we're done with the game, so I could go through and like make guide content. because there isn't very much out there for guide content for Bravely Default 2. And I think the game is like pretty interesting in the like number of builds that you're able to make. Since I hate video editing though, I think that the plan is going to be that I'm going to stream it. I'm not sure if it'll be like an unlisted stream or a private stream or something like that. But it's going to be some sort of like, it's going to be a stream that I just like edit stuff out over and over as best as I can.
Here you go, as promised.
Crikey, I didn't expect you to bring me this much.
Never underestimate the power of a good cup of tea to light a fire under a fellow.
All right, let's get you paid up, shall we? A pleasure doing business with you.
And speaking of pleasure, I reckon it's time we got a cup of this nectar down us, don't you? Ooh, that's the stuff. I could drink a bathful and still come back for more. And yourself? Bet you've never tasted anything like it, eh?
It's good. Has a certain something. I can see how you get to like it so much.
Ah, and get to like it I did. Lady Emma and I used to have a cup every afternoon. There was something about it. No matter how many times she'd told me off during the day, she'd always be nice to me at tea time. Aye, she taught me a lot. Made me the man I am today. But the first lesson I ever learned from her was how to brew a proper pot of this stuff. What you're tasting there, that's Lady Emma in a cup. I started brewing it at home and pretty soon the whole family was hooked. That's how come we started ordering it in specially. But learning to make it was no mean feat. There's a lot to it, and I was no more patient back then than I am now. She stuck with me though. Drilled it into me until I got it right at last. Best teacher a man could hope to have. I sometimes think I should have done more to thank her. Not much I can do about it now though.
Hey, Elvis. You ever wish you could go back? Maybe if you could do it all again, you'd listen more. Try harder.
Nah, he wouldn't be like that.
I'd be just as bad as I was the first time round, I'm sure. Some things run too deep. And besides, that angry face of hers was an absolute peach. I'd never have got to see it if I'd been a goody two-shoes. Ah, anyway, that's enough nostalgia for one day. Sorry to bore you.
Oh, it wasn't boring at all. I'd like to hear more sometime. Maybe over a cup of this delicious tea.
Aye, I'd like that.
Sweating the details, but he never sweats the details. So you're particular about your tea, huh, Elvis? Nope. That's just one of the things I'm particular about. Mr. Don't Sweat the Details here. He sweats them plenty when it comes down to how stuff tastes. That actually is pretty true. He does like to talk about his food. As should anyone who enjoys the finer things in life. Only the most sophisticated flavors can truly soothe the soul. Indeed, although such possessions can be taken to excess, of course. If you say so, or says you. Wine's a good example. You need to know your vintages, your grapes, and your produces, or your producers. There's all sorts of factors to consider when picking a bottle. Fail to sweat the details there, and you're in for a whole world of trouble. What about your tavern selection? I don't see you sweating the many details there. Shows what you know. With taverns, it's all about the atmosphere. It's not just the place to get a drink, it's a place to escape the stresses and strains of the world, to celebrate life in all its messy glory. So you'd best believe I'm sweating plenty of details when I pick one. And it takes an expert to spot a winner, I can promise you that. He's totally right. If the atmosphere is wrong, everything's wrong. Aye, and only then do you worry about what you're drinking. You want something that'll get you steadily but reliably merry, nothing too fiery. The fiery stuff is what gets you reliably merry. Why not cut straight to the chase? Oh, Adele, party girl. Because, my dear girl, that would be vulgar into the extreme. A gentleman takes these things gradually. Oh, and there I was thinking they were in agreement for once. So they're sweating the details about which details to sweat now? I can't keep up. Alright, this is the last quest that I have available. And a quick double check for any other quests. Alright, nothing here. All done with all the side quests here. Oh boy, it's already been an hour. No more side quests. New side quest.
Next time, kiddies, you need a bit more practice.
What do you think you're doing? You should never aim a spell at someone, even as a joke. Never. We...
She broke down immediately.
Sorry.
Ah, lighten up, Gloria. We were only having a wee bit of fun.
That may well be, but... Look, I apologize for reacting quite so strongly. But
It's fine. You just surprised us is all, right?
Aye. We don't mind, because we think you're really pretty.
I beg your pardon?
I know. I saw a really nice flower outside town. I'll go and get it to say sorry. Wait there.
Yeah, you? Even the wee kiddies are falling over themselves to please the entrancing Princess Gloria.
Do you have to make fun of me so mercilessly?
What? Entrancing?
It means I'm... Never mind. She's been gone rather a while, don't you think?
Ah, she's probably just got distracted along the way.
No. I have a bad feeling about this. We need to go after her.
10 small JP orbs? That's kind of nice, actually. I'm going to quickly go close the door. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I do really wish that there were some sort of list of side quests. Whoa. It's not on the map. Where is this child? Oh, she's like super lost. The map won't even tell me where she is. Let's see. She said there is a pretty flower outside. Wait. It's on the map now? Why is it on the map now? Was it on the map this whole time and I just missed it? Or maybe it's only on the map at nighttime.
Look!
A shoe. A very small shoe. What if it belongs to that poor girl?
And here, drag marks. Do you think she...
Please, I don't even want to think about it. Come on, there isn't a moment to lose.
Look! In his mouth!
How could you? You'll pay for this.
We'll not even break a sweat with this one.
I won't even break a sweat with this one.
Let me at him!
That's Miss Hex. Okay, well. No one has a freelancer job equipped, so I guess I'll look at this.
It's time to get serious. This should do it.
Let me see. Let me help you.
Want to see what I can really do? Away and fire your heat! You didn't like that, did you? Man, get it! Here it comes!
Sorry to be a pain.
Very well. drive me mad. Ha! I'm all set. Check this out. Ha! This should do it. Check this out. Whoop! Ha!
Time to play my trump cards. Come and get her.
Let me at him!
A mere scratch.
Thanks. Want to see what I can really do? Holy Spirit!
I owe you one. Come and get it!
Kirby's birthday, you say? Nice.
Huh? Pow!
We're done already. Ha!
Hey! You tricks, eh?
New powers, huh?
One must never stop learning.
Well, we took care of the monster, but...
Yes. Listen.
You're all right? Oh, thank goodness.
But honestly, what were you thinking? Coming somewhere so dangerous all on your own? You're so scary. Now, don't cry. It's all right. I'm just glad you're safe. That's all.
There you are.
This is a glorious theme that's playing right now, by the way. One of my favorites in the
I
soundtrack.
know I may have snapped at you both, but it's because I was worried about you.
It's okay.
I scared you, didn't I?
I'm not so sure that's what's upsetting her, you know.
I'm sorry. I didn't find that flower for you.
Oh, don't be silly. It's the thought that counts. And you're back home safe and sound. That's the most important thing.
Miss Princess, would you like to come and play with us sometime? I want to talk to you some more. Hey, I want to talk to her too. I want to talk to her more than you. So will you come and play with us? Aye, please come and play with us.
Gosh, well,
See, they knew you told them off for a good reason. They wouldn't have asked you to play if they didn't now, would they?
You're right, I suppose.
Doesn't hurt that they go moony every time you so much as open your mouth, of course.
I thought I asked you to stop that.
That actually would have been a pretty difficult quest back when it was offered. You see that is quest number 43? It's a pretty old quest, but 21,000 HP would have been pretty difficult back when I would have first done this in beginning of chapter 3. Playful days. I remember picking flowers myself when I was young. I used to like to weave them into crowns. Kids in my village used to do the same. Of course, I was only allowed to play with other princesses, or my ladies-in-waiting. How I longed to be free like the local children. Still, I have fond memories of all the games we used to play. Used to pick flowers back in Magmel, too. Oh, that's the first time I've heard where she's from. Magmel is the place where the fairies live? That's pretty cool. We'd pull the heads off and suck out the nectar. It was so delicious. I guess there are a few ways to play with flowers. Wait, what? Adele wouldn't have told them that she was from Magmel by now, and like pick off the flowers and suck the nectar. I need to go through this game and see if I can get this quest to happen earlier on in the story, because maybe it's just numbered weirdly. Anyway, did you know that everyone has a different taste? Every flower has a different taste. We used to get so carried away the grown-ups had to force us to stop. I was never one for flowers, but I loved playing at being a knight. It's completely off topic. I didn't half feel heroic waving my wooden sword around. What kind of games do they play where you're from? I guess we played Sailors and Pirates quite a bit. Sailors and Pirates? Yeah, all the kids would split into two teams, the Sailors and Pirates, and then we'd chase each other around. If a sailor caught a pirate, they'd put him in prison, which is usually just a square drawn in the sand, and the pirate could only get out of the prison if a teammate came to rescue them. Actually reminds me of that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe mode, like the cops and robbers, basically. It was a risky move, but it was super cool if you could pull it off. You are a big fan, I take it. Well, consider me schooled in kids' pursuits in the wider world. So close to 900? It's fake. We're not that close. So we're close, but we've been close for about 2 weeks now. Like 989 is actually the number that we had 2 weeks ago as well. Yeah, you gain a few subs, you lose a few subs. It's actually why a lot of streamers don't really celebrate like 900 the second that they get to 900, or like 1,000 the second they get to 1,000. Because, you know, you just tend to gain subs and lose subs. Although YouTube now has this feature in the YouTube analytics where you can actually see the number of subs you had on a certain day. Interesting. If you look on the right hand side, just in between those branches, you can actually see that there's a treasure chest there. A little bit of red that's sticking out between all the green. That treasure chest is off screen, you can't really see it normally. But it's so obvious that there would be a treasure chest there, so like, I just grabbed it immediately. Now I did check this town before, and there's nothing here. Get good and play Smash in Spanish? I don't think I'll be able to do either of those things. Speaking of getting good and playing Smash in Spanish, you guys should check out Pika the Musician. Alright, so by now we've looked at every single town and got every single side quest that's available. Do these enemies run from me yet? I know there's got to be at least one more side quest available, because going into this area to the north, this little cave that's here in the corner, we haven't got a quest that actually makes us go all the way through that yet. See, like there are 9 treasure chests in here. So I know that there's still something for us to do in here. We just haven't found the quest to allow us to do that. So maybe there's still more stuff to do after we restore the crystals and then open up the Knight's Nexus. Which would mean that we actually are a little bit further from the end of the game than I thought. And I'm pretty sure that... I want to see if these guys run yet. Okay, so these also run. And I need to see if the flying ants run for me. Those are like the strongest enemies in this area. I don't think that we've had a quest in this area either. Yeah, there's still stuff to do here as well. And we can't even... I actually went into this dungeon and I can't progress. There's like things that are blocking the way that I don't have the ability to get past them yet. I do remember that now. Alright, so let's see. Flying ants. Do you run yet? Oh, wow. Looks like we've gotten a little bit stronger since we were last here. You make me so mad. Stop it. I'm just over here being myself. All I can be is me. Alright, so we spent about an hour doing some side quests. I think it would be really cool if we could actually restore Musa at some point. I really hope that we do get to do that at some point. I think that'd be nice. Almost 90 hours. I think that's longer than we spent on Final Fantasy X, I think. Alright, on to the water crystal. There is something special about the order in which we did all of the crystals here.
Let's put the boot in.
I'll leave it to the viewer to figure it out.
It's time to get serious. Ha! This should do it. Yeah!
Time to play my trump cards. That's better, eh?
Let me at 'em. Prepare for impact.
I shall endeavor to return the favor. Prepare to meet your maker. It's now or never.
On to the next one.
Want to see what I can really do? sacred powers restore you!
Thank you! Now you've made me mad! Check this out! Yeah! I've got another one! This should do it!
I really thought they would die by then.
You are about to witness my true power! My might knows no bounds! Brace yourself!
I'll never forget this little journey we've all been on together.
Every day, in every way, I get more awesome!
Get rid of the analysis quote colon portion of that. But that is actually the correct answer. I will add that as an alternate spelling. I'm surprised that you remembered that. It is the most important video on YouTube. How did you even know, though? Oh no, you didn't answer it in time. You moved on to the next question. I have white mage right now. Let's do salve maker as a secondary job. Because I need to be able to survey. Whoa. That was confusing.
They're sitting ducks!
Come and get it!
Humanoid and spirits, okay.
Okay. Here it comes. All right, how?
Prepare to meet your maker! My might knows no bounds! Now you've made me mad! I got another one! Let us continue on our way.
Sonic Thrust is pretty good. So remember like 2 streams ago when I was like, hey, this dungeon is really, really hard. But I think that all the dungeons are at the same level. So by the time we're actually done with all of this, the dungeons will be easy.
I'm going all in!
It's time to get serious! Found your Achilles heel! Prepare to meet your maker! My might knows no bounds!
Wow, did Carlini damage.
We must Another foe vanquished.
Time to play my trump cards. Right, let's get you patched up.
Oh
man, get it! Get some! Here it comes! Get some!
Don't get complacent now.
Hey, I'm just getting started here.
Do you have to grind beforehand? No, we don't do that here. We just like, it was really difficult to beat the first, so like there are 4 dungeons at the end of this, in this dungeon. We did earth, or we did fire 2 days ago, or not 2 days ago, we did fire 2 streams ago. And it was really, really hard. And then we did earth last stream, and it was hard. And now we're doing water, and it's kind of easy. Because at this point, we've been fighting enemies that are at the same level for like 5 hours now. And so we've just gotten strong enough for it to be reasonably difficult now. And next stream, when we fight the wind crystal area, it'll probably just be easy, you know?
I'm going all in! Come on! Alright, get some! I felt that. No big deal. It's nothing.
Now you've made me mad.
Check this out. That was a good one. Check this out.
Time to play my trump cards. Ah! I'm not just a dab hand to a weapon, you know.
But you are about to witness my true power.
9 HP left.
Spirits protect us. Thanks for your help.
I owe you one. Thanks.
We must not grow complacent.
Too easy.
Yeah, for a while we started this dungeon at level 49, I think. And we were getting like underdog bonuses because we were so underleveled compared to the enemies here. But now we're level 52, and we're no longer getting the underdog bonus.
We've outmaneuvered them.
It would be bad if these enemies countered physical damage.
No big deal.
Prepare to meet your maker.
They're all weak to light, but I don't really do good enough damage for that. Guess I can cast regeneration on Seth here.
A little magical assistance.
Right, let's get you patched up.
It's time to get serious. Check this out. Oh, did I hit a wrong nerve? That was a good one.
You are about to witness my true power. How very sweet. Another foe vanquished.
How thoughtful of you.
It's nothing. Want to see what I can really do?
Actually, I'm curious myself. What is it that you can do?
Away and bio your heat.
2,000? That's okay, I guess.
Okay, I'm going all in.
They all died here.
Here it comes. Come on. Get some. Sorry, pal.
No slacking.
I wonder what's next for me.
Alright, things are going to be a little more difficult now because we mastered Berserker, and Berserker is like really, really good for this particular area. Let's see what we're going to choose now. Swordmaster would be nice. What is my current secondary? Dragoon. Dragoon's kind of nice as a secondary here. I think Swordmaster would be fine. He's already been a Phantom before. Alright. What is this? Applying spells or abilities to multiple targets will increase their effect, increasing the amount of damage inflicted. Any speed lost by equipment in either hand will become speed bonuses instead. Let's see what we get. So you're a sword master, so obviously you use a sword. How much HP do I have? 4,000? It's not very much. Defense, also not very much. Attack, decent. Magic defense, terrible. Not as bad as Gloria's. Speed, okay. Actually pretty decent, I suppose. Alright, let's see here. What can we do about this? Valkyrie's coat. The dragon scale armor would be kind of nice here. Doesn't even lower my speed by very much. So that's earth, fire, and earth resistance. See if I can get something else that also increases earth resistance. Nothing worth equipping up here, at least. Nope, I already got the best thing here. Carbon cap, contagion immunity. I don't really care about that at all. Silence and confusion. No, that's for mages. Okay. Fire talisman, maybe? What is this? Water and wind resistance, wind resistance. Giant's glove. Aim minus 20. Why would I? I mean, it's HP plus 1,000, and defense is high, and magic defense is higher, but that's not worth it. That's a lot of important stats you're losing there. Especially when you can just equip this. It's like more defense, a little bit less magic defense, less speed loss, less evasion loss, no aim loss. Hyper bracers. the physical attack. And it's probably still... oh, actually it ends up being pretty nice. 316, that's as good as Seth at least. Speed -3 is what I currently have there. Oops. Fast hands, I actually do need that. Fast hands is a shield master. So instead of full force, which won't actually work, I should probably get something like drain attack. Drain attack would be nice. See what we can pull up here. Drain attack would be kind of nice. You heal damage when you attack them. I've actually been thinking about playing Kirby and Smash lately. It's been a while since I have done it. It's actually kind of nice. Performing an attack with a weapon equipped will cause all damage to the user to be reduced by 70%, or to 70%, so it's only a 30% reduction. That's kind of nice. We'll think about that as well. That's no good. That's no good. No good. That's no good. That's actually kind of nice, but for a different setup. No good. Steal item when performing regular attacks. Actually, that would be kind of nice. I should use that when I'm farming for items. I do like this. Oh wait, this one's good. Indiscriminate Rage. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what I'm looking for. That's better than... well, actually, let me look at the Phantom ability. That's the only one that could possibly be better. Evading attacks, nope. Inflicting, nope. Equipping multiple weapons, nope. Critical hit damage, nope. Alright, so that's not worth. This is a good set. Indiscriminate Rage with the Sword Master, and you're gonna see why. Sword Masters do multiple attacks per regular attack. It's kind of their thing. So at this point, we've already gotten all the treasure chests in this area. Let's go back to the area that we were at before. Hey there, Sage. Minutes treating you well? What do you mean by that? Which minutes? I don't want to spend all that time menuing and setting up everything and then like die on the next battle, so that's why we save after mastering a job class.
Prepare to meet your maker. Lend us your power.
I needed that.
Yeah, I'm all set.
This is why we get this.
Want to
That's
see
so
what I can
good.
really do? Alright, I'll be ready for this.
Yeah, they're all.
Shine! Dazzle! Another one beats the dust. Almighty light! Where that came
That
from.
was a piece of cake.
I wonder what's next for me.
Onwards and upwards.
One must never stop learning. So exciting.
That's like even better than what I was doing before. Because I don't even think it costs anything. It's just you use, you know, fluid stance or solid stance, and then you just instantly kill everything. I tried to avoid it.
Ready, everyone?
I'm going all in. Get some. How about that?
Woohoo!
Nice.
Now you've made me mad. All set. Nice. Woohoo! I enjoyed that. Sorry. Don't take it personally. Yeah, I got it all right.
So cheating.
Time
What?
to play my trump cards.
Oh, it's hilarious how cheating this is.
Shine! Dazzle!
Too easy.
Woo! I like what I'm seeing here.
I wonder what's next for me.
Once again, Adela's hard carrying team, as she always does. It's like, we haven't even gotten hurt in the past 2 battles. Alright, that's just rude to just show you that you missed a treasure chest. You're so bad, be good for once, and you're cheating? This is why you get maybe that.
Let me at 'em. I'm going all in. How? Woohoo! I felt that.
Now you've made me mad.
We will actually get hurt for this turn,
Perfect.
because we kind of need to.
You can rely on me.
Prepare to meet your maker. Yes, more.
Because we need to fill up everyone's magic points again.
Lend us your power.
Doing good. I needed that.
Oh, thanks for bailing me out.
Thanks for your help. It's time to
Alright,
get
and now that
serious.
everyone's magic points are restored, we can go back to killing everyone.
Sorry. Don't take it personally. I enjoyed that. Sorry. Don't take
Looks
it
like we
personally.
did it.
My powers grow yet greater.
Okay, how do we get that? Okay, that's how.
Ha! Looks like luck's on our side.
Now you've made me mad. Okay, all set. Nice. I enjoyed that. Woohoo! That was a good. Sorry. Don't take it personally. Who's next?
Let me at 'em. On to the next one. That was a piece of
I'm
cake.
running out of material, I see. Oh no.
Someone's getting stronger.
A nasty surprise.
Let's see what you're made of, eh?
Well, let's use devotion on myself.
I'm not just a dab hand with a weapon, you know?
Now you've made
Alright, so here's where, remember what I was saying that things are a little more difficult? You saw that that enemy did default. Berserkers ignore the default status, so they're like a little better in that case. So the middle enemy will not die from this probably.
Come and get it! Here it comes! Come on! Here it comes!
Prepare to meet your maker! Another foe vanquished. Huh. Hardly worth the bother.
I wonder what's next for me.
Don't you want to be good? I want to call you good for once in this arc. Not gonna lie, if this is what being bad is like, I'm gonna just stay bad. Like, I'm going to succumb to the scrubbery. And I'll never improve. Oh, triviality. I told you to send your Smash viewers off to watch some Smash. They don't want to see all of this. But thanks for the raid. We got Boss 1, the Mad Boss. Triviality himself, Sonic38. How's it going, folks? I was actually in Triviality stream right before this particular match, and my bot is giving you exactly where you can go to find more Triviality content. Let's go ahead and click on that link in order to see Triviality stuff. There was no one playing Smash that I wanted to raid. Alright, likely story, but I'll take your word for it. There's all these treasure chests that I want to see up here.
There's no way we're losing this one.
Yeah, so I'm over here playing Bravely Default 2, which is an RPG. My favorite game genre. The thing that I like the most about these types of games is kind of the same thing that I like the most about Super Smash Brothers and like any other fighting game, is coming up with the strategies that you need in order to, like, you know, get through the game efficiently. Figuring out the enemy's weaknesses, coming up with counterplay. Oh, we might get an enemy player get knocked down. Nope, never mind. They did not do enough damage here. We got Boom and Bob now. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. So as I like to say, my channel is like centered around clickbait. Everyone subs for the Smash content, and then they never get to see Smash on this channel because it's only like twice a week. But if you guys want to see multiple Smash streams a week at good times where you can actually join, check out Triviality. Their link is already in the chat. Oh, this is so painful. Just watching me pass through all these treasure chests. Oh, nice. We got a lucky one there. Starting with the clickbait, pretty much. People are always saying, yo, in Smash. I'm like, haha, here's a role-playing game. We have an art channel in the Discord. It's the artwork and thumbnails.
Let's strike while the iron's hot.
Let me at him! I'm going all in!
Not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of lost here. I think I might be going in circles as well. Oh, yep, we're definitely going in circles. Oh no. Stream Smash 3 times a week. Do it on Sundays. I used to stream Smash on Sunday afternoons. But then my brother and I started doing a weekly MMO game. I'm currently like thinking about, well, I've already thought about it. So I've actually posted, or not posted, but there's a channel that I have in my Discord that is hidden from like everyone that talks about my favorite game, City of Heroes. And I haven't quite promoted it yet on the channel. And I won't be able to stream it until they update their legal agreement to let me do it. But I spend like 5 hours on Sunday playing that. But that would be something that, you know, if you guys want to play with me on Sundays, you guys could look into downloading City of Heroes, which is a free game, by the way, and playing that with me. So that's the treasure chest that we want to get. We need to figure out how to get there no matter what. So it's to the left of us, and we need to somehow get around it that way. It's not a Lego game. It's a superhero comic book game. So you create a character using a character creator, and you give yourself superpowers, and you basically go through comic book scenarios like preventing the enemies from like destroying the sewer system, or stopping the drug trade and like doing things like that.
Worth the bother.
And what was I going to say about that? There was more I had to say about that. What was I talking about before? City of Heroes, something. That's what I play on Sundays instead. Yeah, so I used to play Smash on Sundays, but not anymore. Oh boy, we're all the way back at the beginning of the cave somehow. All because we were trying to figure out how to get to this treasure chest. Well, on the bright side, if we're at the beginning of the cave, that means that we haven't accidentally gotten to the end of the cave without getting that treasure chest, which is equally important. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. The name Stormy Sensei actually originates from that game. I actually have, like, my main character in City of Heroes is Stormy Sensei. He has the power to control the weather, and he also summons ninjas to fight for him. Now that's some trivia. I've actually only mentioned that a couple of times before on the channel.
Now you've made me mad.
hit me with the, what's it called?
Get some!
You are about to witness my true power. We must not grow complacent.
Want to see what I can really do? I've been ready for this! That'll do nicely.
Well, there's probably a reason for that. You know, people are trying to get ready for Monday on Sunday night rather than,
I wonder what's
you know,
next for me.
going into viewer battles.
We've outmaneuvered them. Come and get it! Pow! Woohoo! Here it comes!
Now you've made me mad. Nice! I enjoyed that! I've got another one! Alright, sorry. Don't take it personally. Hardly worth the bother.
Now that I think about it, I think it's kind of funny that you're asking me for an art page, given that you post so many images in general chat. It only just occurred to me how ironic that was.
Let's do this!
But yeah, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be your own stuff.
Okay, I'm going all in! Here it comes! Alright! That was a
Now
good
you've
one!
made me mad.
We're not gonna kill this group in one round, unless we get a billion crits like this.
Sorry.
Nice.
Did you see that?
Personally.
I'm amazing.
Some lucky crits there. We need to start thinking about what Seth and Gloria are going to have for their next job. Because they're about to master Monk and Dragoon. Is that another treasure chest? Oh, that's so rude. Are you kidding me?
We have been outflanked.
Let me... Get some! Ooh, how about that? That was a good one! It's nothing...
Nice!
Yeah, that's actually kind of nice. I actually prefer it this way.
I've been ready for this! Sacred powers restore you!
You are about to witness my true power. Lend us your power.
I owe you one. Thanks. Feeling good.
Another foe vanquished. Too easy.
This feels good.
One must never stop learning.
Next question. You know the best of Stormy roll by beating you in a best of 3, but what if someone challenges you to a best of 5 or first to 10? So the way that it's kind of weird to do it in an ultimate, because in Smash 4, the way the viewer battles worked was you joined the friends room, and then then we just played whatever you wanted to play. So you would say, hey, I want to do a 1v1, and they would play a 1v1 best of 3.
They're sitting ducks.
And then if you won one best of 3 ever, then you would get the role on Discord for best of Stormy. And then all future times it was your turn and you want to do 1v1, we would do best of 5 instead. But in Ultimate, the way that it works instead is now you join an arena, and the arena has a set number of people in it. So if you join the arena, it's very difficult to have a best of 3, because I would have to basically say everyone get to the spectator stands, and also I don't really let people choose how the match goes, because I usually just say, yep, today we're doing 2v2s, or today we're doing 1v1s only.
Hardly worth the bother.
And the few times that I have done a best of 3 sets versus me, those streams aren't very popular, because basically people get their one turn and then they leave the stream. Oh nice, another treasure chest. Smiley badge? So if I were to do it now, I guess, like, I would imagine that someone that doesn't have the best of Stormy thing would have to beat me in a best of 3 first before they could challenge me to a best of 5. And then they would probably have to beat me in a best of 5 before they could challenge me to a first of 5. Also, I should mention that around, like, these days, the best is Stormy doesn't really mean the same thing as just beating me in a best of 3 explicitly. Sometimes if, like, it's over the course of an entire stream and I just, like, lose enough to you over time, I just give it to you. Oh, that's pretty cool. The smiley badge makes enemies not want to attack you. I got away from one, but got into another fight.
Watch out, guys. Come and get it!
I honestly already think there are too many roles on the Discord.
I felt that.
It's time to get serious.
It all looks very unorganized.
Let us continue on our way. I wonder what's next for me.
Oh, we didn't get hurt? Okay, that's cool. Alright, so now we need to figure out how to get to that other treasure chest, which is north of us.
Let me at him, huh?
I wish Seth had some way of restoring his magic points consistently.
Now you've made me all set.
Like, Adele cheats. Like, she doesn't even need to use magic to just attack all enemies 6 times at max damage with no drawback.
Who's next? Huh. Hardly worth the bother. I just keep getting stronger.
What a cheater. I love it. I mean, that's true. You have proven it before. Because we fought each other in bracket, and I usually win, what's it called? You know, 3-2 or like 2-1 or something like that. So you definitely could beat me in a best of 3 if you kept on going at it for long enough. Do I even need to have Dragoon as a secondary ability for Adele? I don't think I'll ever use that. Like, what would I use instead? like, there's no reason for me to use Sonic Thrust. I guess I could use Spirit Surge. Yeah, that would be the thing I would mostly use it for. Is there something that I could use that's even better than that? Like, Shroud would be... not Shroud. Flit would be nice to have. So then I could evade a single physical attack. That's never going to be useful. Become the Lightning. That actually would be kind of useful. Become the Lightning into Sword Stance into 8 attacks all at once. Single quick physical attack. Also, one thing to note is that if the boss ends up being a single enemy by themselves rather than a group of enemies, then my current strategy is actually kind of a waste. And I should readjust my abilities. Alright, one more treasure chest to find in this area.
We must make the most of this opportunity. It's time to get serious. Okay, all set. Nice. I enjoy that. Who's next?
Come and get it!
It's interesting that you think of it that way. I've actually seen you pull out all of your mains in several streams.
Let us continue on our
Especially in
way.
Electro streams, you basically like just rotate through all of them, I feel like. Or if the streamer says you get to play only 5 games, I feel like you would play 1 game with each character. I think I've seen you do something like that before. So I can't go over there.
Ha! Looks like luck's on our side.
A little magical assistance.
Cheers. I owe you one.
Sorry to be a pain.
Thanks.
This is definitely has been the easiest time we've had
Ready for this?
so far. And they're all weak to light too, that's crazy.
Blind them with your brightness! Primordial forces consume them! Blind them with your brightness! Primordial forces consume you!
That's actually somewhat problematic. Somewhat.
Everyone okay?
So don't use magic attacks on these guys because they counter with fearsome breath, which causes dread, meaning that I can't use my brave command to attack them multiple times in a turn. Good to know. That was the secret that I didn't know all along. Alright, so I think that this way is the way to the treasure chest.
This should be fun.
I'm going all in! Come on! Woohoo! Here it comes! Ooh, I felt that.
It's time to get serious. Almost there.
Alright, they're all dead.
Found you. Sorry. Don't take it personally. I got another one. Too easy.
I'm gonna be sad when this team is broken up. very efficient for killing lots of enemies.
Let me... I'm going all in! Here it comes! Alright, get some!
Woohoo! It's time to get serious! Perfect! Woohoo! I enjoyed that! Sorry! Don't take it personally. Alright, who's next? You are about to witness my true
Oh, I
power!
actually need to do something here. Let's see. I can do 2 of these and then 2 of these.
A little magical assistance.
I owe you one! Back in the game!
Your tale ends too easy.
I actually did a tournament like that before. In Smash 4, I was playing in a round robin tournament, which means that everyone in the bracket fights everyone else in the bracket. It's actually technically one of the best ways to actually see how good you do, because sometimes you get like 19th place, or like not 19, that's not a placement, but sometimes you'll get something like 21st place, and you like lose to the person that got 1st and 9th place. So that's kind of weird, you know? Like, you don't know whether you would have actually gotten 11th place if you fought more people. So round robin is a good way to, you know, actually see how many people you would actually beat in a tournament. It has some other problems. For example, it takes a really, really, really long time to do, because, you know, if you had 13 entrants, then you have to do like 13 times 12 battles. So it's like O(n) squared. Basically, so you don't want to really run that as like a real tournament in a venue that actually in a venue that actually has that has a time commitment to it. But if you have like all day, or if you don't have that many people participating, then I don't remember why I opened up my menu here. Oh yeah, I remember now, because I got the last treasure chest, so I can actually give a different ability. I don't need Divining Rod anymore. That could be nice. That's actually kind of nice. Yeah, so I was in a round robin tournament once, and I had 12 opponents, so I was like, okay, well, I'll use the 12 characters that I kind of play in Smash 4 for this tournament, and it was very fun. Probably could chose something better compared to auto default or auto guard.
Let me...
Probably MP saver. I probably could have done MP saver. I should still do MP saver. It's not too late.
Did you see that? I'm amazing.
I wonder what's next for me.
We made it through this dungeon in record time, which makes sense given how much we kind of destroyed every single mob here. Alright, let's equip ourselves for a boss now. So we don't need indiscriminate rage. Maybe? I don't know. see, what else we got? Nope. Kinda... Drain attack would be kinda nice here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with drain attack here. Now auto guard actually is kind of nice, as like having my healer stay alive. It's pretty good. That would also be kind of nice as well. Reduces damage received by 15% just by equipping one item. And if I equip 2 items, then it's by 30%. That's kind of nice. Should I do that? Would I be over encumbered if I equipped another piece of equipment? I would not. I would lower my speed, but that's about it. I would lower my speed by a lot, actually. Something that doesn't lower my speed as much. This one looks nice. It increases my restorative power by a good amount. It increases my HP as well. So instead of that, I will get thrust and parry. That's nice. Hey there, I like pie. Hi and bye. I don't even think we need to, what's it called for this? Do I even need fast hands? Like, Adele uses fast hands here, right? So speed reductions caused by equipment in either hand, meaning only the things in your hand. And then she only has her sword, which is speed -3. I don't think that 3 speed is enough to warrant giving up an ability slot. So let's see what else we can get. What happened? I Like Pie came by to say hi and bye, and they did that. That would be nice, evading an attack. I don't know how often we're going to be evading an attack, though. That would actually be kind of nice. Counter savvy. I think that's a good one here. Alright, this is going to be the build that we use for this boss. Because we're going to be attacking a lot, and it would be nice to counter, or to avoid getting countered. Is there one other thing that I need to do? No, I think that's it. We're good.
Ready, everyone? Now you've made me mad.
Okay.
You are about to witness my true power. Ready or not?
Counter physical damage.
Want to
Okay.
see what I can really do?
So let's start with the health bringer for now.
You can rely on me.
It's time to get serious.
Come and get it! Here goes!
How thoughtful of you.
Prepare to meet your maker. Spirits protect us.
Now you've made me mad.
This is gonna take so
Time to
long,
play
oh my
trump
goodness.
cards. Nothing like a wee pick
Thank
me
you
up.
for your assistance.
I can take it.
Hey, stop it!
Let me at him! Here it comes!
You are about to witness my true
Did
power.
I see that right? He counters when someone uses a buff? When an opponent performs a buff. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He doesn't do very much damage though, so that's good.
Lend us your power.
Thanks for your help. It's time to get serious.
Come and
Wait, this
get
boss
it.
is actually really difficult now that I'm thinking about it. So he does. You can't really hurt him with physical attacks because he reflects physical damage and he counters physical damage. And then you also can't hit him with magic because he will reflect magic damage literally against you. So like, are you supposed to use items against him? Because he's weak against water. So we can do like heavy water damage with so for a big poison bomb. That didn't do very much.
Prepare to meet
I didn't even
your
poison
maker.
him.
Spirits protect us.
Wonderful.
That was nothing.
Want to see what I can really do? Holy Spirit!
Now you've made me mad.
You are about to witness my true power. Lend us your power.
Let me at him!
Doesn't seem like it matters that it does, you know, water damage or not. Like if I use a dagger instead or something like that, like a throwing knife, he doesn't actually do more damage. I don't think.
Time to play my trump cards. That's better, eh?
It's time to get serious. Ha! Prepare to meet your maker. A little magical assistance. Full speed ahead.
Come and get it!
Want to see what I can really do? I'm not just a dab hand with a weapon, you know? You don't want it!
You are about to witness my true power. Nothing to worry about. Now you've made me mad. This should do it. Sorry to be a pain.
Let me at him!
So the dagger did 600. Let's see what this does. 1,000? Yeah, so it doesn't actually matter.
That was me. Prepare to meet your maker.
Someone's missing something, right? Elvis is missing regeneration, I think. Yeah.
Spirits protect us.
Talking!
It's time to get serious. Casey does it.
Time to play my trump cards. Sacred powers restore you! Rely on me.
Come and get it!
Wait, I just realized he's been defaulting this whole time. Oh no, he has been using multiple attacks. I remember now.
You are about to witness my true power. Lend us your power. Now you've made me mad. Check this out. How thoughtful of you. Prepare to meet your maker. A little magical assistance.
Let me at him! Try this for size!
You are about to witness my true power.
Man, this is gonna take a real long time. The only people that can really do any damage here, yeah, is
Get serious.
Adele and Seth.
Enjoy that.
Come and get it!
And like, they don't even really do that much damage.
Better cover up. Want to see what I can really do?
Thank you.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Now you've made me
At least
mad.
doesn't do very much damage. That's good.
Let me
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Don't use that.
Okay.
You are about to witness my true power. I hope this helps. Much
Time to
better.
play my trump cards. That's better, eh?
It's time to get serious. That was a good one.
Come and get it. I've got a little something for you.
Prepare to meet your maker. I call upon the power.
How thoughtful of you. Now you've made me mad.
Let me at 'em. Here it comes.
Want to see what I can really do?
Earth resist. That's it. We don't really have much resistance here. Fire, water, or fire, wind, and earth. Okay. Elvis is actually kind of extremely useless here.
Time to take a step back.
It's time to get serious. I enjoyed that. That was close. That was a good one.
Come and get it.
Because his physical attacks won't do very much damage.
You are about
And
to witness
his,
my true power.
His magic attacks would have gotten reflected. My phone died for a second. Oh, don't worry. You're not missing anything.
Time to play my trump cards.
There's not going to be really anything going on for a while here. 5 damage. That's so sad.
Now you've made me mad. Let's see how you deal with this. You'll have to try harder than that.
Let me at 'em.
Thanks for your help.
Prepare to meet your maker.
It's now or never.
Come and get it.
It's just going to be us whittling away at this guy for like
It's time to get
an
serious.
hour, probably. That's probably how long this is going to take.
I enjoyed that.
Like, we're not
Want to see
in
what I
danger
can really
of
do?
dying anytime
Right,
soon.
let's get you patched up.
He'd have to move a lot faster and do a
You
lot
are
more
about
damage to
witness
us.
my true power.
It's just, we don't really do enough to him, you know?
Let me at 'em. Yeah.
Now you've made
I
me
could try
mad.
doing stuff like that, I guess. See how much damage he does to himself.
Prepare to meet your maker. Brace yourself. Oh, that was nothing.
Time to play my trump cards.
Come and get it. Right on the money.
That did a lot of damage.
It's time to get serious.
You are about to witness my true power.
Thanks for your help.
Want to see what I can really do? Holy Spirit! Heal you!
Prepare to meet your maker. This is going to hurt. A mere scratch.
Let me at 'em.
Now you've made me mad.
So far we've done 20,000 damage to him. He has 150 total HP.
Thank you! You are about to witness my true power! Give them no quarter!
Come and get it!
How many more delay-based moves can I do? That's it, really? Looks like, yeah.
Come on!
Time to play my trump cards. That's better, eh?
It's time to get serious! Prepare to meet your maker! I hope this helps! How thoughtful of
Let
you!
me at him!
Want to see what I can really do?
He actually doesn't have what's called up right now. I could actually see how much damage I do.
Maelstrom of magic, I show
700,
you!
it's
You
not
are
that
about
great.
to witness my true power! This is going to
Ooh,
hurt!
I like that. That's good.
Now you've made me mad!
Alright. 2,000 damage in one go.
Come and get it! Try this for size!
Thank you! It's time to get serious!
Did I rank them? Rank what? I don't think you messaged anything about that. Maybe your post didn't show up? The last thing I heard from you was if you guys are a guy named Black Banana Man, tell him why he hurt me. Oh, and then you said rank Pack Diddy, Dark Pit, Sonic, Doc, Aerials based off their moveset. Let's see. Should be pretty easy. Pac-Man's gotta be number 1. Diddy Kong number 2. Those should be pretty obvious. Pac-Man's aerials are kind of busted. Nair, forward air, back air, up air. They're all really good. Diddy Kong's got good forward air and good, well, Diddy Kong's down air is good on Diddy Kong. It's not generally a good down air, but when it's on Diddy Kong, because he's got banana, and because of his aerial mobility, it's actually pretty good. And down throw sets up the perfect angle for a down air. Like, for example, if DDD had Diddy Kong's down air, he wouldn't necessarily be a better character, because DDD's down throw doesn't even combo into it. I can't even think of a scenario where DDD would rather have Diddy's down air over his own, because DDD has more range on his, and it hits below ledge. And then she takes half damage from swords. Maybe I should swap to a different weapon.
Time to play my
Maybe I
trump
should
cards.
switch to a dagger or something like that. And then between the last 3, Dr. Mario's aerials are really, really good. If they were given to another character, then it'd be really, really good. It'd be kind of broken almost. So I'm gonna put Dr. Mario as number 3. His are not that great because it's Dr. Mario, but
Need a wee hand there.
I live to fight another day. Prepare to meet your
if someone else had it, too good.
Let me at him.
Like up air especially, and like back air comes out super quick. And then down air comes out very fast and is a nice spike. But then again, it's on Doc, he's slow, so luckily we don't have to worry about that. Forward air on a character with good mobility also would be very scary. And then the bottom 2 is gonna have to be Sonic would be the bottom, and then Dark Pit would be right above him at number 4. Dark Pit has neutral air, which kind of is the reason why he's number 4, because like that move alone is probably better than all of Sonic's aerials. Forward air is okay, back air and down air, neither of those really matter too much. Sonic, he's just got forward air and back air, I guess. That's not really that great. I forgot to switch to a dagger there.
You're about to witness my true power.
Come and get it. I've got a little something for you. Want to see what I can really do? You can rely on me.
Prepare to meet your maker. Ready or not.
Wait, I just realized that if
to get serious.
pressure point costs 1 BP, that means that with the subspecial BP saver, you could just use pressure point every single turn with no downside whatsoever. Well, yeah, those are good moves on Dark Pit, but like the characters that I had as having better aerials, putting those aerials on some other characters, like so those aerials on the other characters are good, and then if you put those aerials on another character, they would be even better, compared to Dark Pit, who only has down air being good because he has 4 jumps in the air, 4 jumps. Yeah, that's the difference, you see.
You are about to witness my true power. How thoughtful of
Time
you.
to play my trump cards.
Elvis doesn't have anything to do, really. I'm just gonna default here.
Let's buckle down.
Now you've made me mad.
Once again, I forgot to
Let
swap
me
to
at 'em.
a dagger there. Swap to a dagger, swap to a dagger. Swap to a dagger.
It's
There we
time
go.
to get serious.
Just need to keep on telling myself. Alright, daggers aren't that bad. Falcon Knife actually increases my speed by a lot. Reduces my damage, but I'm going to actually have a damage bonus because that's going to be super effective as still as being half damage. This is actually going to work out pretty well here.
Found your Achilles heel.
I needed that. Come and get it. Better cover up. Want to see what I can really do? That's better, eh? Feeling good?
Prepare to meet your maker.
If DDD had Diddy Kong's dare, he would not be able to do down throw dare at any percent. Because remember, his down throw puts the enemy in DDD forward air or percent, or like not percent, but range, or like down throw up air, depending on the percent. Like at best, he is able to do down throw nair. And so, as you can see, he wouldn't. The opponent wouldn't actually be close enough to use down air, even if it's on Diddy Kong.
Now you've made me mad. You may feel a little sting.
Let me at at him! Get some!
Sorry to be a pain.
Time to play my trump cards. Right, let's get you patched up.
Come and get it! Here it comes!
You are about to witness my true power. Ah! Thanks for your help.
Want to see what I can really do?
It's funny that you say that. There's actually nothing you really can do here. Does he have Reflect Up? Yeah, he has Reflect Up. There's actually nothing you can do. You can do 5 damage.
Safety first!
It's time to get serious. Found your Achilles heel. There's more where that came from.
Let me at him! See how you like this?
Nothing to worry about. How thoughtful of now you've made me mad.
Oh, okay, it worked. Never mind.
There's more where that Achilles heel. Prepare to meet your maker. Give them no quarter.
Time to play my trump cards. That's better, eh?
I shall endeavor to return the favor.
Come and get it!
Ooh, that was close. Did not mean to do that.
Ah, much better. It's time to get serious. Oh, did I hit a nerve? I enjoyed that.
Want to see what I can really do? You can rely on me.
You are about to witness my true power. This is going to hurt.
Let me at him! Here goes!
Now you've made me mad. Woohoo! That was close. I enjoyed that. Sorry to be a pain.
Time to play my trump cards. Right, let's get you patched up.
Help.
Come and get it! Let's go!
Prepare to meet your maker. Ready or not. Oh. It's time to get serious. Thank you.
Want to see what I can really do? Nothing like a wee pick-me-up.
Now you've made me mad. Woohoo! Found your Achilles heel.
Come on!
You are about to witness my true power.
I'm so glad I discovered that I have poison pressure point. Could you imagine if I didn't have that?
Time to play my trump cards. Best buckle down.
Oh, whoops. I just realized that I don't have what's it called up? I need to have Health Bringer up right now.
Want to see what I can really do? That's better, eh?
Let me at him!
You're right, they do have dope voice lines. Elvis is carrying his weight. He's doing exactly what he needs to do in this battle. I've been kind of hard on Elvis over the course of this playthrough because he usually is completely useless.
Try this for size.
Now you've made me mad.
Oh, the miss. That's a bad miss. That's a really bad miss.
You are
about to witness my true power.
Ah, much better.
Time to play my trump cards.
Down to the last 90,000.
Prepare to meet your maker. This is going to hurt.
Come and get it!
Thank you.
Want to see what I can really
Like
do?
having a spirit mage with white mage all together seems like a pretty strong combo.
Need a wee hand there.
Your help. It's time to get serious. Nothing like the long game.
Let me at 'em! Wait for it!
You are about to witness my true power. Here I go! Now you've made me mad. Ha! How thoughtful of you.
Come and get it! Let's go!
Time to play my trump cards. Right, let's get you patched up.
Prepare to meet your maker. Give them no quarter. Oh, that hurt.
I needed that.
It's time to get serious. Ha!
Want to see what I can really do? Best knuckle down.
Let me at 'em!
Now you've made me mad. Easy does it.
Phew! Come and get it!
You are about to witness my true power.
Time to play my trump cards. I'm not just a dab hand with a weapon, you know?
Fight another day.
This is definitely a case of slow and steady wins the race.
You may feel a little sting.
Let me at 'em!
Sorry to be a pain. Now you've made me mad. Let's see how you deal with this.
Want to see what I can really do? That's better, eh?
I messed up that one actually. I was supposed to use that as Seth, not as Adele. You notice how I built up BP for Seth, and he's at 3 now, and Adele's at -2. That was a pretty big waste of turns.
Come and get it! Here it comes!
Thanks for your help.
Let me at 'em!
Time to play my trump cards. Safety first.
You are about to witness my true power. I call upon the power.
One cool thing about monks, every time I use my self-healing move, it increases my critical hit rate. As you can see that I'm at +6. That buff actually goes through with the entire battle. There are a lot of buffs that like last 3 turns or 2 turns or something like that. Nope, not for the monk. It actually just stays with them the entire time. Never goes away. I mean, it could go away. If I used Purebringer or back at 0, then those would cancel it out, but
Give them no quarter. It's time to get serious. There's more where that came from. Try harder. Oh, did I hit a raw nerve?
Want to see what I can really do?
Let me at 'em! Here it comes!
Thank you.
Now you've made me mad. There's more where that came from. You are about to witness my true power. A mere scratch.
Wait, what?
Come and get it.
Why would he use Reflect on me unless he's about to cast an attacking spell on against me in order to reflect it back onto him so he heals himself? That's the only reason why an enemy would ever use something like that. And I don't think I have a way of stopping it either. Sadly. I mean, I do have a way of stopping it, but I don't want to because the only way for me to stop that would actually be to use Purebringer, which would get rid of my regeneration and my re-raise and my critical hit buff, which is not worth it for me. Like, he's just gonna have to heal.
It's time to get serious. Oh, did I hit a runner? Close.
I really wish now that I had done the thing that lets me, if I had done the thing that lets me gain 1 BP every time I dodge an attack. I didn't realize that I would dodge so many attacks as Adele during this combat.
Prepare to meet your maker. Here I go.
Want to see what I can really do? You can rely on me.
Thanks.
Now you've made me mad. There's more where that came from. Did I hit a round nerve?
Come and get it. See how you like this.
He did not like that, as we can tell.
Witness my true power. Ready or not?
Home stretch.
It's time to get serious.
Time to play my trump cards. That's better, eh?
Let me at him. Here goes. Feeling good.
Now you've made me mad. Found you. Did I hit a round nerve? Prepare to meet your maker. Give them no quarter.
This would be annoying if I were relying on using healing magic in order to actually do anything here. But we literally are just passively healing everything that we need for this entire battle. Oh, please don't kill him there.
Get serious. There's more where that came from. Did I hit a round nerve?
Yeah, he should live an attack
You
there.
are about to witness my true power. Here I go.
Let me at him. I've got a little something for you.
Now you've made me mad.
Time to play my trump cards. You can rely on me. Doing good.
This battle has literally taken an hour. But like, we've never been in trouble. We've never been like close to losing this whole time. We still have 50,000 more HP to go, so it's not too late for us to lose. But it would be kind of sad if that ended up happening.
Did I hit a round nerve? Prepare to meet your maker. Give them no quarter.
Want to see what I can really do? Right, let's get you patched up.
Now you've made me mad.
Nice crit.
Let me at him. Get some.
Thank you.
Wait, what was that counter that he did?
It's time to get serious.
I don't get it. He said he countered, maybe it was his reflect damage.
Come and get it.
Time to play my trump cards. That's better, eh?
You are about to witness my true power. This is going to hurt. Now you've made me mad. That was a foul. Did I hit a round
Let
nerve?
me at him. Wait for it. needed that.
Want to see what I can really do?
Come and get it!
It's time to get serious. You may feel a little sting. That was close. Prepare to meet your maker. Ready or not. Sorry to be a pain.
Time to play my trump cards. Right, let's get you patched up.
Let me at him! Wait for it!
Now you've made me mad. There's more where that came from. Try harder than that. Woohoo! Much
Want to see
better.
what I can really do?
Oh man, I may as well.
Blind them with your brightness!
Come and get it! Get some!
You are about to witness my true power. Give them no quarter.
I did a lot of counter damage.
It's time to get serious. Found your Achilles heel. That was a good one.
Let me at him! Here it comes!
How thoughtful of you.
Time to play my trump cards. Primordial forces consume you!
Now you've made me mad. Prepare to meet your maker. Ready or not.
Come and get it! Try this for size!
Sorry to be a pain. It's time to get serious. Oh, did I hit a nerve? Close.
Let
Found
me
your Achilles
at him!
heel.
Better cover up. Want to see what I can really do?
He still hasn't put Reflect on himself. Let's go ahead and get Healthbringer and then Banish Go.
You better be ready for this! That's better, eh? Blind them with your brightness!
You are about to witness my true power. Here I go! Now you've made me mad. There's more where that came from.
Come and get it!
Owie.
Thanks.
Time to play my trump cards. Maelstrom of magic assail you!
It's time to get serious.
You made it down to sub 10,000.
Let me at him! Here it comes!
Prepare to meet your maker. Ready or not.
Phew.
Now you've made me mad. Easy does
So when he goes into default, he gets some BP points. I don't want him to take multiple turns in one turn. I don't want him to build up any BP. So I've been doing this whole time, but when he defaults, I default with one of my characters with Draconics, and then with the other one I use Spirit Crusher, which removes one of their BP, so that he was only ever able to use one attack at a time. Because I don't want him to use like 2 or 3. Because if he hits the whole party multiple times in one turn,
You are about to
then
witness
that
my
could end up being
true
pretty
power.
bad.
Ready or not. We're done already.
Done already. Took a full hour.
I can feel it.
Did that take a full hour? No, it didn't take a full hour. It took 45 minutes. A little less than 45 minutes. 43 minutes. 44 minutes. That was one of the longest battles we've had, but it was also one of the easiest battles that we've had. And boy, is it late. Man, I got work in the morning.
You remain as resolute as ever, chosen one.
Of course.
My grandfather and Sir Sloane before me received the crystal's blessing and followed your path. I do not intend to betray their legacy, but this is not a choice I make under duress. It is a path I choose gladly and freely. The people of the world are in danger. As Regent of Musa, I must go to their aid. After all, none of my countrymen remain to go in my place. Your determination is clear. Naught more remains to be said. Then I must be on my way. For the sake of this world, and for all those who have joined me on my quest.
I like how the Crystal's chosen hero is always at the front. So in that cutscene, Gloria was at the front during that cutscene, as you can see right here. And Seth is to the left of her, Adele to the right, Elva's behind, because she was blessed by the water crystal, as opposed to Elva's being blessed by the earth crystal. And now we get to see Gloria's journey. Gloria? Is anything the matter? Oh, not really. You just looked a little thoughtful, that's all. Really? I was simply thinking back on our adventures together, that's all. I set out on this journey because it was my duty to do so. The crystals had to be recovered and had to be restored. It was so hard at first, and it continues to be so at times, but since meeting you all, I've made so many happy memories too. It's strange to think that our time together will soon be at an end. I shall rather miss it all. Then why don't we set out on another journey as soon as we're done? Aye, why the heck not? And this time, we can just paddle from place to place, when doing whatever takes our fancy. Take our time about it too. Yeah, unlike how we did it this time, we definitely just rushed straight to the objective. Yeah, once we're done with this little jaunt, let's get out there and see the world, on our own terms this time. I bet it would be, no, I know it would be, super fun. Sounds good to me. Gloria? She's going to want to restore Musa after this. Yes, of course, I would like that very much. Or maybe she's hiding the fact that she's going to die at the end of this game? I don't know. You never know with princesses. Rip the flashback. Yeah, there was no flashback this time. That was an interesting boss battle. I've actually been enjoying all of the bosses in this area. They've all had some sort of weird, cheap way for me to win, and I've been really enjoying it. The first boss that we fought was especially interesting because we died once to it because he was too strong for us. And what we ended up doing was we equipped a bunch of, he was like this really strong physical attacker that just like basically just walloped the entire team. Kept on killing us over and over again. We just ran out of resources. What we ended up doing was we ended up equipping a bunch of stuff that made us heal when we got hit by elemental attacks. So if we got hit by a dark attack, then it would heal us instead of hurt us. And then we used one of our characters to make the enemy's attacks always do dark damage. So then instead of hurting us by 2,000 damage, meaning that he two-shot us, he actually nearly healed us entirely with every single attack that he did. And we would not have been able to win without using a strategy like that. For this one, it was also very lucky that we had Spirit Master, and basically with the Spirit Master alone, we never were going to die, but it came a matter of like, how are we going to do damage to this guy? But we were pretty lucky that I happened to be having the monk ability, and we just so happened to be level 11 as well. So this attack ignores physical defense and ignores the default status. So that enemy had a lot of physical defense. Another way we could have beat that enemy is if we swapped to Freelancer and then we use Purge. No, not Purge. Square 1 probably. Square 1 removes like status or like buffs like Reflect, and then I could have used magic attacks. Because one issue with that enemy was that he was weak to magic. He has high physical defense and low magic defense, but he kept on using Reflect on himself, so I couldn't actually use magic attacks on him. So I would need to have some sort of way of dispelling the Reflect from him, so that I could then wail on him with water attacks, which he was weak to. And the way I would do that is with, you know, Blizzaga or something like that. Another thing that I could do is the high velocity spells. Oh, actually, never mind. Will not bypass reflect effects. Never mind. Yeah, that would have actually been kind of difficult. What other things could I have done, I suppose? Oh, I could have... No, that wouldn't have worked either. One thing I could have done, actually, would be to use the Pictomancer. Because these are not magic attacks. They don't get reflected. Or freehand. So these are like non-elemental magic damage that don't get reflected. There are a couple of other things like that now that I'm thinking about it. Those are physical attacks, never mind. I'm looking for magic attacks. Other techniques that we could have used to make that battle easy. Physical. These would have gotten reflected, I think. Who else does magic damage? Bard. That's another one. Screaming it out, level 11. An extremely powerful non-elemental spell against all targets. That's another thing I could have done. And then what are some other things here? Well, the thief is just cheating. Godspeed Strike. That would have, since he's weak to daggers, it would have been really nice to use that against him. It would have worked pretty well as well. And then these are fixed damage attacks, so these would also work, but they cost money to use, so I probably wouldn't have used them. Yeah, it ended up being a pretty difficult boss overall. We happened to have the right setup, but, you know, we always happen to have the right setup, you know? Man, I'm sleepy. I mean, for me, it's almost 2 a.m. For some of you, it's probably like 3 a.m. Well, we're ending it off here. We finished the boss, we did all the side quests. We didn't quite get our jobs up to the next level. We're pretty close though, as you can see. We'll get it in the middle of the next stream. Maybe at the beginning of the next stream. We only have one more crystal to unlock, and that's the Wind Crystal. We'll either play this tomorrow or the next day. Probably tomorrow, because even though I usually reserve Tuesday for things like Elite Smash and things like that, we'll probably do Bravely Default. I don't know yet. Depends on how I feel. The thing about Tuesday is that no one streams Smash on Tuesday that I'm subbed to. And so like I go all day wanting to watch and play Smash, and I don't get an outlet for it, and that's actually why we end up playing Elite Smash on Tuesdays. So if you've ever wondered that, that's the reason why. So if I get the urge to play Smash, we'll play Smash, and if I don't, then we'll play Brave Default 2. If you enjoyed the stream today, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Tomorrow I'll either be Bravely Default 2 or Smash. Wednesday, definitely Bravely Default 2. Thursday, definitely Bravely Default 2. And then Smash Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, we might be done with Bravely Default 2 by then. I don't even know whether we'll be playing this by then. So you'll have to find out when the time comes. Have a good night, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Good night.